All right, so deload week video. I decided not to record any lifts because I just did accessories and stuff like that. So nothing really exciting, nothing that you haven't seen in all my other videos, all my accessories, stuff like that. So no real reason I felt to record it. But what I did want to do is make a short little video of what I plan on doing after the deload and after a short vacation and after a short vacation from my 3.5, almost 4 month diet. Was I actually signed up for the American Pro once they announced the Friday where it was basically anybody could sign up and compete. So I signed up and all I had to do was pay the money and I was in. I don't have a good enough dots to get an invite or to lift on the big days like I did 10 years ago, but I threw my name in a hat and it works out pretty good because my next vacation is starting August 8th, and that Friday I would be competing on August 7th. So the plan is for me and my wife to fly down on the Wednesday prior, weigh in on Thursday, compete Friday, and then drive to our vacation spot a few hours away and have a good vacation. So this competition for me is going to be a bit weird. I have some videos here of the last time I walked out squats, which was in Raw Unity 5. However many years ago that was, I believe it was 2011. I looked like real shit. I will show all 3 attempts. So American Pro, I'll be walking out squats. That's why if you've looked at my rebuild videos, you see me walking out all my squats. And I will be self-handing out my bench. And deadlift, I'm going to be going sumo with hook grip. Basically, outside of the bench, everything is pretty much nothing I'm used to. Not giving myself a ton of time to prep for it, although during the rebuild, I was kind of getting used to some things, getting used to some cues, but now I'll try to put some strength behind them. I know I signed up for the 308 weight class. I believe I signed up before I decided I needed to lose some weight. So the plan is to weigh in at 275 or under, hopefully right at 275. I came home from vacation today and I put on a whopping 10 pounds of bloat. So I'm gonna have to get back on track. Diet starts tomorrow, as the saying goes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to stepping on one of the best platforms in the country and a federation that I appreciate. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Expectations, I don't wanna say are low. I would just wanna have fun. Looking to just go out there and lift, go 9 for 9, and just kind of challenge myself differently. Walking out squats is still extremely scary to me. Oddly enough, my very last the heaviest I've gone in the rebuild, the 460 plus chains. I felt my pelvis shift. If you've seen in some of my previous videos, finding a chiropractor, getting my pelvis situation figured out kind of led to the hernia, which is why I'm doing sumo. It got a little wonky. So I'm not 100% confident. I would like to just continue through the prep, just being cautious. Again, powerlifting is all about, being as strong as you can, lifting the most weight. And as I've gotten older, I kind of say, I just want to take what my body will give me for that day. So I'm going to prep to lift as much weight as I possibly can. But I do know I'm at an extreme disadvantage because the last time I walked out a squat was 15, 14 years ago. I'm not good at it. I have no confidence in it. And if anybody remembers Brandon Lilly, when he walked out that squat 750, which at the time for him was not a lot of weight. You know, he crumbled with it. That's always in the back of my head. He was a friend. He still is a friend, but he's somebody I was talking to at the time about other things. And it just rang in my head that Brandon started his competing years as a gear lifter out of a monolift. I think for lifters, it's easier to go from learning your squats from walking out than using a mono instead of the reverse. I think the ability for lifters to stand up with a weight, take 2, 3, 4 steps back, rebrace, rebreathe, complete the lift, and come back is a lot more skill and a lot more talent than it is just to stand up out of a mono with one breath, boom, down, up, and re-rack. Walkout guys to me, or take Brandon Allen, another Brandon. I mean, hell, he tore his quad while squatting over 900, walked out. Amazing. The guys that walk out squats to me are always super impressive. I've never had it, but I started powerlifting in a multiply gym, so it was never kind of like forced on me or taught to me. So yeah, I'm not expecting high numbers. I'm just looking to have some fun and walk out of there healthy. It's just going to be me and my wife down there, so I'll be picking for myself, which I've done. I did it at the Ghost Clash. I did it other times, so it's not really that big of a deal with me. First time I ever benched 500 in my life, I self-picked it. In a sumo, I have a picture. The only time I deadlifted over 600 pounds sumo was in a charity for a fellow lifter in the state of Michigan here's daughter. She was diagnosed with cancer. We were doing a seminar to raise some money for her. And me and one of my partners at the time, we kind of had a little bit of a lift off, sumo deadlift off. And I think that was the first time he ever beat me in deadlifting, whether training or in competition. And I actually created a meme. I think I'll take a picture and put it up on here of him pulling 650 and me in the background, and you can see in his head he's looking for him, and he gave me some shit. So I created a meme. I think I'll post it here if I could find it. It was pretty funny. And then I posted that meme in the old garage, and there's been multiple times after that he would beat me in training, and we just started putting a date on it of how many times he beat me. So that was always fun. Don't like losing to anybody, but I'd rather lose to a training partner than anyone else. So, to surmise, I'm lifting at the American Pro. I think it's 7 or 8 weeks from today, so I don't have a lot of time to really get ready. But I have my eyes on something else later in the year. This is for me to get onto the best platform in the country and lift with some of the best people that I can. And sadly, I won't be able to see the Invitational Day because I'll be driving. But be good to say that I did something and just enjoyed my time, and at the end of the day, walk out of there in one piece. So the next series of videos will all be about the American Pro and getting my weight down a little bit again and going from there. So please enjoy. See ya. All right, so like promised, here's my 3 embarrassing squats from Raw Unity 5, a 628, real unstable, hit the hole pretty good, but got the racks right finally. Then, whoa, everything's going sideways. 672, can't even get in the hole. I don't know, everything was off, so thank God those spotters were there. And then I tried to do it again, and just an embarrassment. Took 3 weeks to learn how to do this, and what a mistake. But at least I got into the hole. Didn't get out of it. Then here's my 625 sumo pull over under. Not too bad, not too bad. But then Sweeney comes in, 650. Fuck you, Drew.